Hey guys, hey, what's up, guys? Crazy about movies here. Uh, Talking about heroes, superhero stuff. I did see the new Spider-Man movie. It was okay. In my opinion, it should have been a multiverse movie, but they kept it grounded. Um, there's gonna be some spoilers. If you haven't seen it, dip out if you guys don't want to hear it. If you guys don't care, stay. You guys come back later on and watch the video. Um, so it takes place after No Way Home, and he's trying to live in his apartment or whatever the heck. He gets a new uh, apartment room. He's got it rigged up with computers and stuff, and so he can get radio waves of the cops and everything with the crime and everything going around. And you get like a montage of all these superhero, all the stuff that he does throughout the city. He's fighting Scorpion and Tombstone, helping out the cops. He gets the key to the city. He's going through all this stuff, and then he's got a letter of to his friends because remember Doctor Strange put a spell that nobody can remember Peter Parker, but they still remember Spider Man and whatnot. So he's got this letter that he wants to tell his friends who he is, so that way maybe they might remember him. And on the way to the first big serious crime wave thing that he's got to go. He's stopping like a tank, and on the way there, he bumps into Punisher. Punisher's driving his little van and whatnot, and he's shooting his grenade launcher and stuff like that. And then Spider Man, webs him down and stuff, and tells him to get out of the way because he's just gonna cause more havoc of blowing stuff up. And Spider Man's trying to save the day. And so basically, the villain is Jean Grey. She's like the X Men character, whatever the heck. But this is a different Jean Grey. This is not the one from Dark Phoenix, from the prequel X Men movies, or not even Famke Jensen from the original X Men trilogy movies. This is I think the little girl from Stranger Things. I forgot her name. The redhead, one that plays Max. So she's this new Jean Grey character, and then yeah, I mean, so she can control people's minds and stuff. So she's controlling the driver, which is this old lady, and she's in them that tank thing, and she's gonna try to like blow up a building or whatnot, and then so what happens is that she's controlling all these soldiers and stuff because Spider-Man stops the tank, flips it over, and then gets the wait up. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, he flips over the tank, and there's an old lady in there, and then she's like mind controlled by Jean Grey. So then he stops her and whatnot, and then she jumps from body to body, controlling the cops and the military guys and stuff. And they're moving, I think, Scorpion or whatever the heck out of the, because he's in that facility or whatever, and they're getting him out. And then it was weird, man. Like, so she's trying to get revenge on this new so-called. They're kind of like Shield, but it's like a it's its own thing, and they're basically like to protect people from other, by helping people out and stuff like that. But what they did was that they killed Jean Grey's sister, which was not in the comics. Jean Grey did not have a sister, and she was also a telepath. She could move stuff with her mind. But it was real stupid, man. The way that they would control people, she would like control people to be all like wonky and whatnot. It was retarded. I mean, the way that the thing was in the original X-Men movies, when freaking Professor X would control people with his mind. I mean, that was awesome. But the way they did it in this movie, it was kind of weird. And then you had like what is it? The Hand. Spider-Man fights the Hand from Daredevil. He also fights the Hulk, but it's not even a battle or a fight. It's just mainly like him just trying to calm him down and then just like webbing him and doing stuff like that. It was, I don't know. I didn't really like this movie. It was not that great. It would have been awesome if this movie was like kind of like a multiverse of madness kind of Doctor Strange thing, but with Spider-Man and like multiverse, like he's trying to like find the other Avengers, team up and doing stuff leading into Doctor Doom. Because I mean, they showed all this stuff about Doctor Doom, and then you get this grounded stuff. It didn't make sense. Yeah. And don't get me started with the DC stuff, because I'm not a big fan of what James Gunn's doing. I'm a way older fan of like the old, the Burton movies, the Schumacher movies. Batman Begins, it was all right. The Dark Knight Rises. I wasn't really hardcore into Christopher Nolan's stuff. I did like Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League. It would have been cool if we would have got a proper sequel to The Flash, or maybe something. I wouldn't mind if they would have done a live action Batman Beyond, or if they would have done an Arkham Asylum movie with Ben Affleck or something. But yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of different superheroes. I mean, you had all these different crossovers in the comics. You had the X-Men fight the Avengers. Then you had the Avengers fighting the DC Comics characters, which were the Justice League. Then you had Dark Justice. And then you had all these animated movies. I think the Ultimate Avengers cartoons were pretty cool. The ones that Lionsgate made. And then you had all the what was it? I didn't mind the first Constantine movie, the one with Keanu Reeves. That movie was good. It's a shame that we never got a sequel. Yeah, if anybody's out there, you want to talk about anything, let me know in the chat. I talk about all kinds of stuff, movies, pop culture, everything. I try to play games on here, but since my computer is really old, it kind of glitches out when I'm playing games. So rather it must just be, like a talk show kind of thing. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, if they would have given us a sequel to The Flash, or maybe something else. But James Gunn's been kind of messing up with his movie. I'm not a big fan of his movies. I didn't care for his Superman. I didn't care for his Suicide Squad. I didn't care for. I didn't even like Supergirl. It wasn't all that great. Those are just my opinions. If you guys like the movies, it's fine. I'm not gonna freaking kill you over it or do anything like that. It's your opinion. Just don't come at me with an attitude. Hey, man. Hey, it's just my opinion. But yeah, uh, let's see what else. Um, well, yeah, they did do the '89 comic, which was a sequel to the Tim Burton universe. They had Harvey Dent, Two Face. Um, I think Winona Ryder was supposed to be Batgirl, and then they had Marlon Wayans as Robin. Um, that comic book was pretty tripped out. I didn't mind that one. And then you had all these different uh, stuff going on. You got different comics. Um, I didn't mind the Suicide Squad. It would have been cool if we would have got the air cut. The official version of Suicide Squad. Um, yeah, I mean, I didn't like Peacemaker. Um, Mandalorian and Grogu. That movie was okay. Um, yeah, I prefer the ones that were under Lucas, like the Star Wars. Um, it would have been cool if we would have got a Venom movie with Spider Man. Yeah, hopefully in Secret Wars or in Doctor Doom we get a Deadpool with what's his name, Andrew Garfield with Spider Man. Yeah, I mean there's so many characters. I mean in the DC and the Marvel. And also a fan of Power Rangers and stuff like that in the original Super Sentai. Um, yeah, it would have been cool. We would have gotten another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Um, I don't know. Um, yeah, but it would have been pretty cool if we did get a Batman Beyond movie. I know they were gonna make an animated one because I know there was one back then where it was a Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. That one was pretty good. I think the director's cut of it was good. I think it's the PG-13 version because I know there's a PG cut and then the PG-13. Yeah, and it's crazy how you get like different versions of movies, like alternate cuts. Like Watchmen, you got all those different cuts of the movie, and then uh, the one that was pretty cool was the stop motion one, the one that was based on the comics. Like it had like the comic images, and then it was done like a movie. And then, but I didn't like the HBO show. It was kind of weird. Um, yeah, I'm not excited for lanterns or anything like that. Um, yeah, um, yeah, I'm not that excited for Resident Evil. Um, uh, for any of that new movie, it looks like Barbarian or Weapons or whatnot. I wasn't a big fan of Weapons. Couldn't get through it. Um, let me see. I'm trying to remember some other stuff. Yeah, hopefully everybody's staying safe. The weather's been kind of weird. It's been real hot. Uh, What else? Yeah. I mean, it would have been pretty cool if we would have got a live action adaptation of the '90s X-Men TV show as a movie, like that whole entire team. I think that was like the best adaptation of X-Men. Um, what else? Oh, I love the original '80s Transformers movie cartoon. That one was pretty cool. Um, yeah. If you guys got any comments about favorite superheroes or anything like that, let me know. If you guys want me to review other stuff, let me know in the comments. This might be a short stream because I don't think there's anybody going to be coming in. Just wanted to go live just so that way people know that I'll be doing more stuff like this. And oh yeah, uh, tomorrow at All Elite Channel we're gonna have a podcast on there, and we talk about all kinds of stuff on there as well. Yeah. Alrighty then, guys. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Sorry for her being this thing short, but I'll make sure to bring out more topics and stuff like that, and see what get more conversations, and then maybe have some guests on the channel. But this is just the first one, the first stream. All right, I'll catch you guys later.